What is up, chefs, foodies, and students? Welcome to Everybody Knows. I'm Anders. I'm so glad you're here. Let's get started. Today we are talking about the ingredient of wakame seaweed. And I apologize because we have black on black on black on black. It's hard to see, but we have a little bowl of it right here. Wakame seaweed comes originally from the Northwest Pacific Ocean, and it is currently well known in Japanese and fusion cuisines. But if you are investigating origins and cultures, be sure to research the time period as well, since many foods are brought to cultures from elsewhere or developed over time. As we are looking at this ingredient, we expect to see a very dried, small seaweed. And so it should be actually crunchy. It should be that dry. It should be small, really crinkled up, looks kind of like tea, to be honest. Just very dark green, almost black. And when you rehydrate it, it will multiply in size by like 10. You will be amazed how big it gets when it becomes rehydrated. In terms of aroma, that smells like the freaking ocean. I mean, I know it comes from the ocean, adoy, but if you have ever stood on a pier or at a dock or something, and you just smell the ocean air and kind of that funky seaweedy richness, that's exactly what you got here. It is just this really intense marine ocean sort of flavor. And it's lovely. It's not challenging. It is strong. Yeah, it's a strong aroma, but it's pretty wonderful. Let's have a quick look at our universal aroma wheel. All right. So clearly we were going to be in the marine category here, and further within we'll be in vegetative and seaweed. And as we look here, we are within the subcategory of seaweed. And we're going to be looking at the earthy subcategory. So that includes seaweeds such as kombu, wakame, and nori, and dulse. So all of these seaweeds sort of have that darker, intense kind of oceanic quality that we're calling earthy for now. If you have recommendations as to an alternative, let me know. I know that's slightly off-putting to some in terms of organization, that you have a main category as a subcategory descriptor. See my other videos for explanations on taxonomy. Whole other conversation. Anyway, so yes, wakame exists sort of as this deep, intense oceanic flavor. It's not any kind of bright or green necessarily, although I think you can push it there depending on your technique and what you do with it. However, on its own, this is where wakame sits for now, and I believe that is a fair organization. In terms of quality, I think that this could be anywhere from medium to really strong. I think it definitely carries all of that oceanic flavor, like we said. It does some really nice work in pickling and fermented food. I think it would go great in any kind of broth, dashi, etc. I've had this as sort of a part of an amuse before, with some cucumber and sesame, and it had been lightly pickled with some vinegar after it had been rehydrated. It was really nice, and so you can play around with this in a whole variety of ways. But yeah, I would treat it sort of as the flavor of the ocean and whatever you do with it. Let's have a quick look at the flavor Bible. Alright, the ingredients that they recommend for pairings include Asian cuisines, carrots, cucumbers, ginger, gomashio, greens, Japanese cuisine, lemon, miso, noodles, oil, onions, salads, salt, seeds, soups, soy sauce, tamari, and vinegar. So here's what I want you to do. Think about this ingredient as you cook or as you eat, as well as the words that we use to describe it. Have you used this ingredient successfully or in a way that you think, yeah, that was so good, I want to know what it was? And do you agree or disagree with what I've shared with you today, especially with some of this language? I want to know. What ingredients should we look at next? Any of the answers to those questions, throw them in the comments, and I would love to read them. I hope this video made sense and got you thinking about the aroma of wakame seaweed. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like to help me get an ingredient for a future video, please send me an email or private message. If you would like to join the Food Aroma Nerdery, go ahead and subscribe and you'll see all my latest videos. And if you would like a poster or digital version of the aroma wheel that we use, have a look in the description for links. Thanks so much.